It is indeed an honor to be here tonight, and I want to especially thank Mr. and Mrs. Goldman and the Goldman Foundation and everyone who worked on this for making it possible for me to be here and to receive this award. I would like to say I'm not only here for myself, but I feel like I'm representing all of those grassroots in Canada who are working so hard to save the forests of the nation. Canada has long put forward an image in the world that they are managing their forests in a sustainable way. In fact, they spend a lot of time in other countries helping those countries with their resource issues. Well, what they haven't done is done anything for the Canadian forest. In fact, without any public debate, all of the boreal forests of northern Canada, which stretch right across the nation, are being turned into pulp for pulp mills, 13 billion worth of new pulp mills, which are going to displace people. Thousands of miles of new road systems are going to push their way into our northern forests, destroying habitat. Native communities that are living in very remote communities, Native people, are going to have logging trucks going by their doorstep every 2 to 3 minutes. And all of those pulp mills are going in without any environmental assessment on the forests of the nation. In British Columbia, where I live, and many of us are working and have been working for almost 20 years now, the Valhalla Society has been working for 17 years, and we network with all kinds of groups in British Columbia and Canada. 50% of all the logging that takes place in Canada takes place in that province. Each year we are losing 1,000 square miles to clear-cut logging. And as I speak to you today, some of those magnificent wilderness areas have roads being pushed into them. For years we have been working, trying to have those areas protected, but we have major battles happening with industry. We also have in British Columbia some of the last large ancient trees left on Earth, some of the most magnificent stands of old-growth forests. And what we have in Canada that they don't have anywhere else in the world, we still have whole valleys, valleys that contain salmon. I know one valley that contains 35 to 50 grizzly bear, the Kermode bear, the white-black bear. We have magnificent wildlife and wilderness still left. But I realize that in the next 2 years, a third of our wilderness areas are in logging plans. And we're running out of time, I feel, and a number of us feel we only have a few years left to save the areas. For the last 20 years, they have been logging 100% more than they should be logging, and they have plans to increase that logging. In fact, they are now focusing the logging in British Columbia on our last wilderness areas. So I think I look at this award as an opportunity to save the last old growth in those wilderness areas. It's going to take world support. Just as the world rallies around issues in the forests of the Amazon, which are very vital and important to the world, Canada's forests are equally as important. In Brazil, they're logging 1 acre every 9 seconds to logging and burning. People will be shocked to know that in Canada, we are losing 1 acre every 12 seconds. And with all the new pulp mill expansions, we have declared a state of emergency on the forests of Canada. So it's going to take an international effort to help us save the forests of Canada. I would like to take a few minutes to thank some wonderful people. My work would never be possible without the incredible support I've had from my children, Sean, Rory, and Shay, all of these years. I've also had a wonderful network of people in the Valhalla Wilderness Society who have worked day and night beside me. I'm just one strand of that thread of people working across the nation. People like Vicki Husband with the Sierra Club and Paul George, and all of those Native and rural communities and church organizations, which the government to date have not taken seriously. I would like to share this moment with them. Thank you very much.